we are not just living alone, So a person who controls their thoughts has the power to control their mind, because thoughts and, emotions always go together. You just have to be in control, be in charge, of your mind, be in charge of your thoughts, be the person that is commanding reality. Never let reality command you. Reality, we're talking about, the state of things around you and also within you. So be in command. So at the moment, your self-perception, you see yourself as, deserving. The more you entertain that picture, that is why we talked of, indicated the idea of neuropsychology now. The more you focus on your picture, being the one now that is owning this company alone, when your partners are out of, the space, you have killed them, being the one who now owns the inheritance of the family, after you have killed other beneficiaries to the inheritance, being the one now who owns everything, even who owns this a whole country, because this is what also is happening. We'll be getting into that. You check. So the more you entertain that, the more that thing become real unto you, to the extent that even when you are just alone trying to think of something else, the mind go back and give you the pictures of that life of you having, done that thing. This is what now influence people into what justifying now the reason why they have to kill their partners in business, family members who are also beneficiaries of the inheritance of the family. So this is now you remember, thoughts trigger what? Trigger attitude, because their emotions now engage. Now it is the attitude that now makes you, as it is driven by the high voltage yearning, the desire to achieve that, so the attitude now trigger the willpower, the intent now to do it. Willpower, remember, is the ignition key. Once you ignite the engine, is start rolling. So you're gonna do that. You see, so this is are the processes people go through, before they could commit the matter. We simply mean they have the option not to commit the matter. They have the option and the time to stop the thoughts, of having that ill and evil intent to kill other people, but because they can't control the desire, they can't control the emotion. This is why people do rape, they get sexually stimulated and they entertain the sexual stimulation, to the extent that now the senses of the body want this thing to be done. You don't have a partner at that moment. What do? You find yourself forcing your sexual desire into another person, raping the person. You failed, or you chose not to control the desire in you. So that yearning, to release that desire, that burning passion to release, to achieve that, is the one that now propels you, into doing that. But once they murder other people, be it directly or indirectly, guilty conscience now come back. It comes, start burning them, fear of justice too, torture them, no matter how much drugs or alcohol they might use or take to just ease, that guilty conscience, will always burn them within. So in response, they choose to be what? In denial of what they are experiencing within themselves, So they choose to deny the hell they are living in within themselves, because I'm telling you, negative emotion creates a hell, a state of hell, a world of hell within a person. So guilty conscience also, it creates a hell within you. Fear creates a hell within you. It starts burning you like that wildfire. If you saw what happened there in America lately, when some places were burning, this is how things start burning within you. You are in hell now. Hell is the state within first, because it can be the torture in the spiritual dimensions. It begins with the inner, state of being. Hell begins with you, within you, before it can go anywhere else. We don't even know, maybe it is there somewhere else after death, but yeah, there is potentiality of everything. You check. So that denial now makes you to justify your rightness, of the things that you have done. So sometimes you try to convince yourself that I'm not scared. I'm not feeling this. You are trying to convince yourself, so to prove that to yourself, that you're not scared of justice, you're not feeling the torture that is within you, you think of doing yet another murder. You're trying to prove yourself that you are not scared. You see, now it becomes a chain, a process, a cycle of evil. You become the devil manifest. But where did it all begin? It began with the thoughts in your mind, imagining yourself being the one that's accessing all this, and you don't want to share all this with other people. So you decide to do what? You decide to eliminate them, from the table, whereby this is where you share. You decide to eliminate them, not by sidelining them, not by deregistering them, but by killing them, so that this thing will remain only in your possession and in your access. So that is greed and selfishness. We're gonna be continuing, and we're gonna be going to into criminal incidents. We're gonna go into criminal incidents when you come back. In the meantime, we're gonna listen to Tommy Lee Sparta saying holding on. So this is the message that we give to people. Please, it is very much of a glorious thing to live a life whereby you are not tortured by guilty conscience. You're not tortured by fear of justice and fear of truth. You are not hunted by people, whereby you are now scared also to be, in the presence of other people, so you have to keep hiding here and there. It is very much glorious to live a life of peace, a life of truth, a life of love, collectivity with other people, cooperativity with other people, resonance of energies in positivity with other people, whereby the values and the principles of Ubuntu are the one that govern your life and how you interact with other people and other creatures also, and nature at large. In that case, you are bound to be in a successful position in life. Success is not all about, amassing material possessions. Success goes first to your inner state. When you are content with yourself, when you are in love with yourself, when you are at peace with yourself, when you are having the positive, stimulus, the positive drive to do good. They say, do good and goodness will follow. But we say, be good